is Tia Ballard.
This is Todd Habercorn.
This is David Vincent.
Hey, this is Sam Whitwer.
This is Phil Lamar.
And you are listening to the Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
And you're listening to Points of Interest Podcast Network.
Keep listening.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of shenanigans.
Another week of chaos because I moved all the buttons on my macro box. And so when I thought I hit start on the stream, I actually turned my camera off.
Why would you have a button for turning your camera off?
It's too much to get into right now.
Okay.
Because it powers off, but it doesn't power off fast enough.
Oh.
So I have a button to power it off on the thing.
I don't power it. I just pull the plug. I'm like, I don't need this camera anymore. Plug pulled.
I mean, don't need
it.
That would be ideal. But
mostly because, all of the paranoia of like, oh, anyone could turn your cameras on, blah, 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 blah. So I never plug my cameras in. Even though I have a phone with a camera. But
right. That probably does record everything you're doing. Yeah, it's weird how people got all in a tizzy about webcams. Like,
where they sell laptops with like the little slider things you can hide. Yeah.
This camera, it points down at its base. And you have the option.
Your penis.
You have the option to turn off the microphone as well when it's in.
Okay.
Yeah, because this thing is technically a voice activated camera.
So crazy.
I know. If I see, remember when like Alexa and all those other things, you say certain things to activate them. Well, if I say certain words, it activates or deactivates this camera.
I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess.
It is, except for if you say it. Like, I'm glad it's not pizza, and then now the camera turns off.
Be funny, at least.
But yeah, man, how you been? What's up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's usually my line to you before you get to me. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Just hanging in there, watching movies again, going out, doing things, stuff like that.
Well, we'll get to the things that you're doing. I have some fast food news.
Hit me with fast food news. Is it the stuff that that one guy with the tie likes? That one we talked about it a couple weeks ago. That one dude who report of the week.
Yeah. No, not a food critic. This isn't a food critic thing.
All right, hit me.
Do you guys have Five Guys?
We do, yeah.
Okay, so you know how they're kind of famous for filling the cup full of fries and then just dumping another cup of fries on top of your food, so everything is greasy.
Well, yes, there's like a whole YouTube short about why they do that. It's kind of funny.
Well, people are in a tizzy. People are in a tizzy because they are changing how they deliver the fries to you. No longer will they be in a cup. They will be in some sort of biodegradable paper bag. And they say
it already is.
Right. They say it's to help preserve the texture of their fries. Now, here's where I jump in with the comedy. I don't think their fries have texture. They're always soggy and limp. It's like grabbing a handful of noodles.
Just really thick noodles.
Yeah, like they take the fresh cut fry, and then it just seems like they just pour oil on it. They don't fry it. They just pour oil on it and then stomp it with their heel and then put it in the bag.
Jeez. Wow. Okay. I mean, sure. Yeah. I'm okay with their fries, but yeah, they are like a soggy mess. Then okay, since you don't like that, whose fries that you can eat? I should preface that you can eat.
Yeah, there is that caveat there, and there's only really one that I'm aware of. One restaurant that has fries I can't eat, and that's the one place I do want to eat the fries. In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Worth it, or it's worth it. It's worth the having to take Benadryl. If you do it every once in a while, it's fine. I can tell you who's not at the top of the list.
Yeah, Five Guys.
And McDonald's. Now I know that's blasphemous for most of the people that are out there that either frequent or occasionally go to the McDonald's. They say that the fries are the best part. They're not fries. They're fry-shaped things that are hollow. They're just they're golden on the outside, and then you open it up, and there's nothing on the inside. I don't know. Chick-fil-A's got some pretty good fries.
Oh, but that's cheating. They have waffle fries.
You didn't fucking specify and, give me rules on the fry.
No, I'll give it to you because mine is Freddy's, and they have the shoestring fries.
The In-N-Out fry.
No, it's not even the In-N-Out fry. They're really thin. They're really, really thin.
I thought that's what shoestring.
No,
I thought that's what In-N-Out fries were as well.
No, theirs are they're regular fries.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe they're shoestring, but I mean, I'm talking about super thin. Like that. I think that's what I love about it. They're really, really thin. You can have like handfuls of it, and it's like you're having a single fry. It's like having because they're so thin and so small.
And they're crispy.
Good.
They're crispy. That helps.
And they're crispy. Yeah, they're super crispy.
If you happen to find a Del Taco that's open, since they closed most of them.
24 hours.
Well, they closed 300 and some odd a couple years ago. They closed all of them in Denver.
I remember that, yeah.
And then they reopened one or two. But if you can find a Del Taco that's operating and find someone in there that gives a shit, man, their crinkle fries are awesome.
They are. They're chili, and even when you put chili on it, it still stays kind of crispy, even with that gunk on it. It's like still pretty good.
But like I said, you got to find somebody that gives a shit.
Yeah,
which is tough.
Yeah,
when it comes to
when
it comes to that particular place. I haven't been to a Burger King in a million years, so I couldn't tell you.
They have the remade better Whopper over there.
I mean, it wasn't good to begin with. The Whopper. So I mean,
they're putting it in a box again.
Were they not?
They're putting it in they're just wrapping up in paper. Oh. So now they're putting it in a box again.
Well, that changes everything. Speaking of the King, I actually listened to a podcast. May have just been a YouTube video. Okay. But they were talking about when they brought what people refer to as the creepy king. When they brought the Wake Up with the King commercial promotion
guy. Yeah,
head they found on fucking eBay, and it was like a helium tank cover.
That's funny.
From like the 70s.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So I don't know if they refurbished it or they took what was there and made a new mold or something, but that thing that we saw was at least inspired by an actual Burger King decoration.
Oh, okay.
Because they were talking about they had the king, the Burger King, was a magician.
Okay.
And he had the Burger King land similar to McDonald land, and they had different. They had a crackhead character that was addicted to shakes. And then the Burger King Kids crew or something like that. You remember that?
I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, they had like I don't know. I'll have to send it to you. But the history of Burger King was pretty deep. Kept me entertained while I was walking around in circles. But yeah, That was the Five Guys portion of the show. So no, since we're talking about fast food, Francis, and you already asked me what my ultimate fry was, which I don't think I answered, but what would be your fast food plate? If you could, yes, if you were to the super group of what you could get, someone could bring you a plate of fast food that consisted of some sort of primary, a side, and let's say a drink and a dessert. Where would those items come from?
God, oh man, okay, because I don't know if this is considered fast food. Okay, so like Pizza Hut used to have drive-thrus with KFC for a while, so you could get pizza through a drive-thru for a very long time. So, but I only bring that up because technically, Pizza Hut's not a fast food restaurant; it's a pizza place, but they were attached to a fast food restaurant at one point. Anyway, that's beside the point. I
think Taco Bell and Long John Silver's was a thing.
So I know Long John Silver's is disgusting and gave a lot of people like diarrhea and practically killed them with the amount of grease and nastiness of it. But I like that place.
That's okay.
I would have to say then I like Shake Shack's hamburgers. I'm a big fan of the Shake Shack because it's the smash burger In-N-Out style. So it's In-N-Out style smash burger with the crinkle cuts from Chick-fil-A
Waffle
with
cut?
the waffle cut. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the waffle cut. Yeah, the waffle cut from Chick-fil-A with the concretes from Freddy's. I think that'd be my plate of food.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I would. Fuck.
You brought the question up, dude.
I know, but I didn't think about the answer. I just thought it'd be a fun activity.
It is.
I would go with like the 90s version of the Big Bacon Classic, early 2000s, late 90s version of the Big Bacon Classic, where it was like overly large. How the hell are you going to eat that? Watch me. I'm going to have to agree with you on the fries, the Chick-fil-A fries. A drink is a drink is a drink. It doesn't matter where it comes from, as long as it is.
Well, I mean, that's why I got the concrete, because it's not a drink. It's
right.
It's but
whatever but does anybody have anything special? No, not really. So yeah, a drink
not
is a
really.
drink.
No, because
I mean, if you go to like,
flavor.
you go to like Noodles and Company, and you're just presented with a bunch of sodas you've never heard of from small batch, companies.
Yeah. Well, like for instance, Jimmy John's, I know, is the only place that serves Squirt on tap.
Okay, you just blew my mind. I didn't know Squirt was even fountainable.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm always amazed when they sell like the 64-pack or whatever at Costco. It's like, who's drinking this much Squirt? It's a lot of Squirt.
Write that down, Francis. I'll tell you exactly who's buying that after the show.
Okay, I'll write it down. So and like was it Taco Bell has Baja Blast, and
I'll if I can interject for a moment.
No, please.
I never tried the Baja Blast ever until this past summer. I was working kayfabe. I was working with my boss at a location. And this location had a Taco Bell next door, and we got to talking about Taco Bell, and I mentioned I had never had a Baja Blast, and it blew this dude's mind. And he told me that I would get fired if I didn't go and try one, and he was obviously joking around. Well, maybe he wasn't, because I did get fired eventually, but I went over there, and I fountain soda of anything that's the best version you're ever going to get of that. And I tried a sip of the Baja Blast. And there's a reason why I don't like blue foods. And it fell into the same category.
It's blue screen, I guess, yeah.
It's turquoise, which is a part of blue.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't really like Mountain Dew to begin with. So, changing the flavor of Mountain Dew and changing the color isn't doing anything for me.
The only reason why I like Mountain Dew is because I know it's the soda with the highest amount of caffeine.
Maybe that's why I don't like it.
Yeah. I was looking at the screen. I keep forgetting you have this because we've already passed. We're at 73 and we're still on the road to 50. It's kind of funny.
Oh. What?
We're at 73 followers, and
mine
says
29.
Yeah, but like if you look at our stream, we have 73 followers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll change it to something else then.
I just think it's funny. Yeah. Road to 100. It's not the road to 100.
Yeah, there you go.
And it also allows us to revisit that it was originally the road to the road to 2000.
Yes,
because that was the only way that Denver Comic-Con, now Fan Expo Denver, would recognize you as staff or as
anybody.
Press. Yeah, as press.
But
so now at the road to 100.
But my boyish charm wins every year, so I just go in there and I bat my eyes at her, and she's like, "Oh, you're so cute."
Last fast food thing, and then we can move on. Did you ever see the Wendy's hip hop rap training guides that they did?
Probably, but
just look it up one day. Wendy's rap training, and then you'll be entertained because they rap about how to make the Dave single and how to serve drinks and all that stuff. But they do it with some guy singing this hip hop song to you for the training.
I stumbled upon some guy that he owns McDonald's and was strapping a GoPro to his chest, and he's like, morning rush, or afternoon rush.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And we can move on after this. It's fine. But McDonald's, specifically McDonald's contraption, where they take the buns out of this flat
warmer
of buns, and then drop it into the toaster warmer thing.
Oh yeah.
But there could be like 9 other combinations of buns in there that's still going through the thing, and they just fall out the bottom. And as an employee, you're just supposed to be able to figure out which buns are yours for the sandwich you need to make.
I mean, because every bun, every sandwich has a different kind of bun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you'd see it.
I'm just saying, you get a rush and everybody throws their buns into the thing, and you just gotta hope you remember what you threw in there. But it's kind of seeing the magic trick. Yeah, how the sausage. That's how. Yeah, that's actually what I was looking for. Seeing how the sausage is made makes it worse.
It does, especially since I knew someone who worked for McDonald's, and I did get to see the process like in person, and it hasn't changed much over 30 years.
Well, no, I mean, why would it?
Still kind of the same. They did use different warmers, but that's pretty much it. They still kind of do the same thing, which makes me sad because if you ever watched The Founder, which is like the beginnings of McDonald's, the way they did it before was just so much better. It's like, oh well.
I mean, that's what they say, right? Everything was better back then.
Okay.
Speaking of how things were better back then, I stumbled upon a couple stupid, casual, dopamine-filling games.
Oh, no.
They're both indie. I'm pretty sure they're both indie games. I should have looked up who made them so I can give their flowers, but
I'll help you with that when you talk.
So I found 2. Trading card game shop simulator, where you
made by Op Neon Games.
Okay,
OP Neon Games.
OP Neon Games. They made a great game. This game, I mean, okay, take a step back. Simulator games, kind of a weird genre. If you think about it, you go to work all day, and then you come home and you fire up your computer to relax, dink dink, and you fire up a game in which you work. It's kind of weird.
Oh.
But how can I put this into words? The trading card game, it's very similar to Pokemon. The cards that they sell in the game, very similar to Pokemon. And I'm playing the game, and I'm like, oh, these are all similar, but I have no nostalgia. I have no attachment. These are just ghetto Pokemon cards in this thing. And I'm on the internets, and I'm looking for all kinds of entertainment and different ways to just modify the games that I have, I guess. And I see there's a Pokemon mod for this game, and immediately I'm like, that'll change everything. And let me tell you something else. Modding these indie games is a hell of a lot easier than GTA 5.
Well, okay.
I didn't have to learn C++ to fucking modify this game.
Well, I mean, GTA 5 has like a million layers to the game.
It does.
While these games have like 5. So,
but so I was able to put, I don't know it's basically the first generation of Pokemon cards that I put into the game, because that's the only ones I have nostalgia for, and the only ones I'm aware of are the first 151 Pokemon.
yeah. I mean, you could technically do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Or
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also in there, but I don't know. There's something I don't know a damn thing about at all.
okay.
So I have, some knowledge of Pokemon. So I was like, let's throw that in. It made the game a hell of a lot more fun. Still very casual, still hitting the right amount of dopamine, but it's also hitting that nostalgia bug as well.
There's a lot of it.
I sold Pokemon cards. I didn't really rip packs open. I had a few cards that the characters were awesome. I thought they were cool anyway.
Yeah.
And I left them in my wallet for them to get destroyed, because none of us knew the value that the cards might hold one day. But to go back, and it's all digital, so like I'm not spending any money, and I could sit and spend an hour ripping cards open, and I don't know, it's just kind of fun.
It is.
Especially when you don't have to spend money, like actual money.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I was mentioning to you off air that Pokemon has their own their own phone TCG game, which is very similar, minus the owning a shop.
Mm-hmm.
And you play, you earn stars or whatever, I forget what it was, some type of currency, and you can open up packs. So it has that similar kind of like that dopamine hit of like, I just opened a new pack, ooh, fun, with digital cards that mean nothing, that have no value whatsoever. So you get bragging rights, I guess.
I mean, I told you before we hit record that the in-game character card packs. I opened one up that was full of nothing but the pinnacle cards. I don't know, the best cards in the game. The whole pack was full of them, and I was just like, I kind of feel like I won the game.
Until you own the street or something.
Yeah. Kind of the same feeling when Pokemon Go came out, and I caught a coughing, and I was like, fucking game's over. I got the best Pokemon.
And I get that.
Yeah, I don't need to keep playing this. I got the best fucking thing in the whole game.
I find it end game when I get a Pokemon from a different country. So when I was in Hong Kong for a layover to Japan, I got 2 Pokemon from Hong Kong because the airport had a stop. Mm-hmm. And then while roaming through Japan, only in my hotel room, which sucks because I couldn't I didn't purchase a freaking walkable Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. But my hotel room had a stop. So I was able to get basic, really none of the special ones that are like in the and I did pull from the Pokemon Center when I went to the Pokemon Center itself. So yeah, but yeah, it feels good to get like rare Pokemon, or I got a Pokemon from a different country, and it's like, yeah, what's left to do?
Yeah, I had a friend that was in Abu Dhabi, And when he came back, he was like, "Hey, let's do a trade. This is only available in the Middle East or whatever that area is considered." I was like, "Hey, that's awesome." And the game I should probably still play, but I only play it when I look over and the girlfriend's like trying to catch something. I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm not doing shit either right now. I could be doing that too.
I'm amazed that people still play. No offense to people who still play, but I'm just so amazed that people still play.
When I was at my workplace, I saw a younger person. I was walking behind them, and they were making the unmistakable hand-arm motion of getting ready to throw the ball at a Pokemon. And he did his move, put his phone away, looked up, and he looked a little surprised. I was like, "You playing Pokemon?" He's like, "Yeah." Don't be embarrassed, dude. That's fun. Good for you.
I mean, yeah.
I just remember when the game came out, I saw more people outside than I had seen outside in forever.
Yeah.
We were at Comic-Con that first year that it was out. San Diego Comic-Con.
Probably. I don't remember.
2016?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I remember seeing, it's either WonderCon or San Diego. We saw a whole 100 plus people running to go get a Charmander or fucking, a gold duck or something like that. Somebody saw one across the street and this whole group of people were running to go get it. Say what you want to say about phone games, but that thing brought people together. It got people outside, and it got people of all ages to play it.
You're not wrong. I mean, I remember going to Santa Monica out here and the boardwalk on weekends, because they were community weekends, so there'd be a very special Pokemon in that space, and it was a sea of people with their phones out. And of course, the random person with the 17 screens, right? On
sure.
their bike. But yeah, and they're there just to catch whatever this was. I forget what it was at the time. It might even be a Mewtwo, actually. Sure. So it was big enough that it gathered at least 1,000 people on the boardwalk made of wood. Whatever. It's thick wood.
Yeah,
it's all good.
That's soaked in water all the time. And pounded by waves. But
exactly.
But the other game that I fell into was very similar. It's actually I think it's a different developer, but it's the same game basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically you run a blockbuster. It's a VHS rental store simulator.
Yes. And
again, I played it. I was like, "Hey, this is kind of fun." There's no real movie titles in here because they couldn't secure the rights to all that stuff. But they'd be, like instead of it Point Break, it was Break Point, as an example. But again, it was like, what else? What is the end? Because that one just came out, the video rental one. But again, looking through, I found a small little mod to put actual movie titles and their pictures into the game. And that game instantly became a little bit more fun because it's like, oh, I know the titles of these movies. The character design of the NPCs in that one is terrifying. But
I'm looking at it now. Yeah. Retro Rewind, right? Is that the one?
Yes, Retro Rewind.
By Blood Pact Studios. So I looked up, so there's 2 video store simulators, one coming out later this year and this one. And between the 2, this one looks better.
Okay.
If you have, but the characters, you're right, they look so scary.
They look a little scuffed, the characters, but it's not, I mean, I don't know, the one in the trading card simulator, they look, I don't want to say photorealistic, but they look like they're actually based off of
They do.
A human being.
Look better. Yeah, I like the people in the TCG one because they look like real people.
Yeah.
For the most part, while these are cartoony.
Very. And the game itself is, well, it's the design. It really does look like a Blockbuster or like a mom and pop video store.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like I said, it just came out, and it's in early access as well. So I don't know what, like, the in-game, or if there's going to be a story mode or something like that to that game. But, you know, again, it's kind of fun to it hits the dopamine. It's like, oh, new movie release. What is it? You know, in the save that I have, it was Alien Resurrection was the first new movie that came out. I was like, oh, I remember this.
Early 90s, yeah.
So I don't think that's going to have, you know, any movie titles from the 2000s, which is, you know, that'll be cool.
No. It'll stop at The Matrix at 99.
Yeah, right. But, yeah, both of those games, I'm not usually... It's weird that I didn't really think that those would be the type of games that I would enjoy, but kind of do. And it hit me before we hit record. I go to work all day, and then I come home, and I go to a virtual store and virtually work.
Yeah, but there's a different satisfaction because you're the boss, you're the owner. So there's a little bit of a different satisfaction to that. You know, all the money you make is yours. You don't have to give it to anybody, really, unless you hire an assistant.
This digital fake money that doesn't exist. It's kind of like Dogecoin and all that sort of stuff, but, you know, without the actual disappointment of something pump and dumping or something. I don't know what the terms are.
Yeah, that was the right term.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you went to WonderCon, didn't you?
Yeah, I was sad because I missed out on the whole Kit Kat theft thing.
I did. Was that destined for WonderCon?
No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to bring it up because I found it funny. Everyone's making fun of the Kit Kat heist in Europe.
Well, I mean, was it for Japan? I think it was for the Japan Grand Prix. They had a Formula One car made of Kit Kats, like full size car made of Kit Kat. So maybe they just drove it away.
Yeah, well, this is not they actually stole pallets of Kit Kats in this particular heist. Where they,
who's got that much of a hard on for Kit Kats? I thought Japan had the biggest hard on for Kit Kats.
Especially 12 tons of it. 12 tons. I don't know how you take out 12 tons, because a ton is 2,000 pounds. So this is this is like, 240,000 pounds of chocolate. I don't know what you do with that. You can't sell it. You can't do anything with it. So what's the point? I guess you could try, but like, who's gonna buy black market Kit Kat?
Yeah, you're walking down the street and some guy opens up his trench coat and he's like, I got Kit Kats here.
But anyway, yes, I did go to WonderCon. I just wanted to touch on that because social media is getting a kick out of the Kit Kat theft thing. But yeah, I went to WonderCon, and this is going to be a little bit more of a "Hey Josh, did you know?" thing because we went to WonderCon last in 2023.
Yes,
maybe 20. We didn't go 2024. I don't think.
No, it was 23.
Yeah, 23. And we were lamenting on all of the things there. It was pretty crowded. We found an empty booth.
Yes, and completely took it over.
Took it over. So this year I went mostly to catch up with a friend, but it was to do a yearly thing. I think I've only ever missed once, which was right after it came back from COVID. So 2022 I might not have gone to 2022. Maybe 2023 is the last time you and I went before I started going the last 3 years. Anyway, so WonderCon this year had no Hollywood representation except for one show, which is Ted, the series. Every other
nobody watches.
Maybe, I don't know, but like every other panel were fan panels. I didn't see anyone for sign. I didn't know who the celebrities were for signups. I didn't, or for autographs and pictures. I didn't really particularly care. But, there was a million voice actors who had their own big booths. The voice actor booths. But there was one year where Capcom was there. No Capcom. No Pop. Was it no?
Reed Pop.
What am I thinking? Huh? Reed Pop. No Reed Pop. Yeah. So no Pop. No Pop vinyls there. No Pop vinyl booth. It was all artists, independent, retro sellers, booksellers, all artists and regular people. Now, here's the thing. Of the number of people there on a Saturday, mind you, busiest day of a con, about 24 paid-for booths were empty. Nothing on there. It was just a little sign and 2 chairs and a desk and a table, but nothing. No old, no leftover merch. Nothing. 24.
Wow.
24.
We could have had a choice of tables to take.
Seats are at a premium there, and tables were empty. Like, not empty, but I could sit before, when you needed to eat. Those tables full of people. No, I sat down every single time I got a snack because there was always room. The one thing that was missing that'll show that this
There's 2 things
convention,
that were missing. 2 things that were missing. I wasn't there.
2 things. And 2 things that are missing that shows that this convention is going back to its roots, so to speak, is kind of is losing that shine that its older brother San Diego Comic-Con has, is no T-shirt tower.
What?
There was a big open space where T-shirt tower always is. It was just an empty space.
T-shirt tower is a cornerstone of Comic-Cons.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. A couple the smaller ones, the shark. There's like that shark T-shirt one that does a lot of parody shirts. They were there, but no, that was the one where I'm like, oh, if Josh were here, he would really be shocked to see. I
mean, I don't really particularly like T-shirt tower.
No, but we always comment on it every time we see it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Well, it's because you got guys with fucking poles taking T-shirts off of 15-foot high hangers.
Exactly. So that was interesting to see. No T-shirt tower. No, the cosplay was still pretty good. I saw a lot of the cosplay. Still a lot of people cosplaying, which is nice because, again, it's more of a cosplay kind of convention anyway.
It very much is.
Yeah. So it was nice to see that a lot of people were there. But they got rid of the fountain. So they have...
It's not... Did they put plants there? Or is it gone?
They put plants. They fenced it off. They are probably just going to tear it down. I think because they put temporary foliage where a lot of the side fountains were, and they're just I guess they're just not going to do it anymore. I wish I had gone to.
They probably had an issue of people bathing in it.
So I was told a story by one of the staff there that they had a friend who cosplayed as Jesus and walked through the fountains for a photo shoot. So they were walking through the fountains. So yes, I think they were walking. I think they were getting rid of it because people were walking through the fountains. Normally the lanyards and the passes you get are sponsored by a TV show or a movie. It was sponsored by a book.
Were they RFID again or no?
No RFID. RFID is gone. They didn't do RFID. A lot of security though. So people are checking badges. So they are looking for badges. They're making sure it's flipped over. So it's not like there isn't a type of security. As a matter of fact, right. I think security went up, which is nice. But it was very noticeable that attendance was down. Everything was kind of down. I didn't do any of the panels, so I don't know if they were all in panels because I was like, it was noon, which is usually when it's the busiest. So noon on a Saturday is the busiest, and I'm like, where is everyone? How is it this open? How are these walkways where I don't run into anyone? I'm not rubbing up against people. How is it this open? It really blew my mind that there was no one there. So, should we go back some year as press to WonderCon? I think it'll be a culture shock to you to see how it has changed since the last time you were there. Because it was a culture shock for me.
I'm sure
to be there and to just see how, how not empty. It wasn't empty, but it was just attendance was definitely down by at least 10,000 or something.
And given the circumstances when we were last there, attendance was down from the first year that we went.
Yes, right, but because we were going pre-COVID and it was always busy, and they had big, but they also had big. They introduced. I remember they introduced an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show there. They introduced a bunch of movies there, TV shows. They had actual Hollywood panels there.
Yeah, it was kind of a mini San Diego Comic-Con.
It was.
I mean, it is their little brother, but it really had the feel of a mini San Diego.
Oh yeah. And I guess I feel like it makes sense that the con bubble will pop eventually, because there's nothing big right now that everyone's excited about. There's no Marvel's kind of in the dumps, DC's kind of in the dumps. There's nothing big that everyone's like, oh, we gotta go because X thing is there.
Right.
I'll
be interested to see what San Diego looks like this year. Not that we'll probably be, not that I'll get to go, but. You might.
I have no intention of going.
No.
Unless somebody gives me a ticket to get in, I'm not going. I'm not going to just stand out there with the plebs. Are you kidding me?
You don't want to just stand in line for 3 days for Hall H?
I mean, I need my press badge. I need my instant access.
God, even with a press badge and a hookup for Hall H, I still couldn't get in when I wanted to. Yeah. We had to ride coattails of somebody else.
That's true.
But we're pretty good at that, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you got some coattails, Francis and I will jump on those motherfuckers, and we'll do work, but you'll carry us through.
Because I mean, look, I haven't retired. I just haven't had the time or the energy to do my own thing, right? So I don't have a thing. I am your co-host. So I rely on you more than anything else. So I don't have that. I just don't have that clout anymore like I did. And I don't care. I don't want to stand in line for anything. I get that now. There were a few lines there, though. There were a few lines, really big lines for artists and I think celebrities that were there. So it wasn't like it didn't still have hype, but it didn't have the same representation.
Sure.
That I'm sure Fan Expo will have. I'm sure Fan Expo will have a panel with a celebrity versus we only had signings and photos.
I think Lord of the Rings is coming.
There you go.
I just saw a few other announcements recently that I'm spacing on right now. But I mean, Fan Expo. Well, that's a foot sticking in the mouth. I can say Fan Expo is a huge machine, but nothing's bigger than San Diego Comic-Con, San Diego International, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Maybe it's just time to. It is that time in that area for things to slow down a little bit.
I'm not mad. That's kind of why I like LA Comic-Con, because they're small enough to take risks. Even though they did have the freaking hologram AI Stanley there, because that's technically his convention.
That was his show, yeah.
Yeah. I would like WonderCon to turn into a medium, especially since we don't really have. Well, we do. We have medium and small cons, but I'd like it to be a medium / large, right in the middle type of con where it doesn't get too crowded. You can still see artists. You can still see panels. You don't have to feel like you're going to get left out of anything you really want to be a part of.
Right.
And I think that's great.
Well, I mean, it's older brother, Line Con, San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's all you do there. You're either waiting in line to get an autograph, waiting in line to buy something, waiting in line just to get through the fucking hallway. That is definitely most amount of people I've ever been around. Easily, San Diego Comic-Con.
It is. I mean, it's the mecca of conventions. But I guess the last thing I'll say before we stop talking about WonderCon is I looked it up, and apparently PAX and C2E2, which are two very big conventions, were also this past weekend, which may also explain the slower attendance because it's competing with really big conventions.
Possibly, but like C2E2 is in Chicago, across the fucking
But
country.
people will travel to Chicago
That
if
is
they
true.
have the stars.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, people like we did, not just Chicago, but we traveled for our
did.
conventions.
We did. It's funny. I ran into somebody today that was from the Pennsylvania area, more specifically the Philadelphia area. And I asked him, I said, "Oh, are you a Sheetz or a Wawa guy?"
Oh, jeez.
He actually said he's a Sheetz guy. And I was like, "Oh, that's surprising." And I told him about where we did that convention. He goes, "Where was it?" And I said, "Well, it's funny because it was called the Great Philadelphia Comic-Con, but it was nowhere near Philadelphia. It was in Oaks." And he went, "Where the hell is that?" And I went, "Exactly."
King of Prussia.
King of Prussia.
Right?
Yeah, that's the closest area that I know of that area, King of Prussia. And he was, "Oh, okay. I know that. And I'm familiar with the area, but I don't know Oaks." I'm like, "Well, it's okay. Because the show doesn't exist anymore."
Yeah, that area was pretty empty outside of that one convention center.
Well,
It's pretty empty.
In hindsight, I discovered there's like an Amish buffet place.
Oh yeah.
Something. It's called something Smorgasborg.
Yes, it was there.
It was 55 minutes away from where we were.
I would have gone. I totally would have gone.
Had I known about it, I would have joined you. Except that the only thing is we would have had to miss out on PJs or something because the place closes at like 7:30 or something like that.
We could have gone last day before flying out.
Yeah.
We could have taken a late flight, gone to this because it's the biggest buffet in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. And it was
like,
it was 55 minutes away from where we were.
Totally would have done it. Totally
Looking it up in hindsight,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen a few videos of this. Something Smorgasborg is what it's called.
Jolly does it.
I think they went to it. But yeah, I would love to go to some place like that. It's just food. I mean, I love a buffet. Cause I'm in the depths of my cockles or whatever. I guess I'm white trash.
It's not white trash. Jeez, come on now.
How do you transition from white trash into what's left? You can't.
A host job.
So Chuck Norris died a week ago, and I have unconfirmed reports that when death showed up, that he kicked his ass, took the sickle, and Chuck Norris is now death.
Someone said when he went to the hospital, he's like, he didn't go to the hospital for himself. He went there to heal the people there. So, yeah.
It's crazy how Chuck Norris has been a meme even before the word meme was around.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris has been a meme since the 80s. Mm-hmm. The meme of Chuck Norris will kick whatever's ass has been a
90s thing. I think it's a 90s thing.
You think so?
Yeah, because I feel like it needed the internet to have that reach.
Maybe
because and then people made posters. I remember seeing a place had a poster with like the top 10 Chuck Norris facts. I remember just popping up out of nowhere because like it's not like Chuck Norris has done anything. Not to say I shouldn't say memorable, but he hasn't really done anything that big outside of Walker, Texas Ranger in the last
He was
decade.
in Sidekicks.
No. I mean, like within like the last 10 years or whatever, 12 to 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, he was on Sidekicks. He was he fought Bruce Lee.
Sidekicks is one of those, middle school, early high school, I'm sick and home from school movies.
I did not watch that. I refused to watch Sidekicks. I refused to watch Surf Ninjas. I refused to watch
what
all
about
those kid martial arts movies.
What about Side Out, the volleyball movie?
No, I don't even know. I don't know that. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, that one's great. They take a suit from like Manhattan, shows up to L.A. to give a subpoena or something like that, and then becomes a beach volleyball star.
Oh, God. There it is, 1990, starring C. Thomas Howell. Okay, C. Thomas Howell's in there. That's cool.
I think he's the suit.
Yeah. Well, his name is Monroe Clark. He has to be. With
Yeah,
that name.
yeah.
Wow.
I just pulled that out of my ass.
Good pull. That was a really good pull.
What was it? Another 90s movie that was in that same kind of sidekicks. What was the one? Rollerblading, and it had Seth Green in it and Jack Black. Shit. What was it called?
Rollerblading?
Yeah, it was a movie about a rollerblader that moved from L.A. to Wisconsin, and Ferris Bueller's principal's secretary was in the movie. Airborne. Yeah. Young Seth Green and really young Jack Black.
According to the IMDb synopsis, this is essentially a Karate Kid remake on rollerblades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks young and skinny. Jack Black.
Oh yeah. But like, there's a few scenes in it. This is totally off topic, but there's a scene in the movie where the main character, because he's a surfer kid from California, he doesn't say bro, he says brah.
Brah.
So the Wisconsin kids are picking on the LA kid, and the LA kid goes, "Yo, brah, what's going on?" And Jack Black's character goes, "Hey, what? He just called you underwear." And it's something that my best friend and I can laugh about still today. If one of us will call one of the other one a bra, and be like, "Hey, you just called me underwear." Yeah,
I mean, it's very 90s. It's very early 90s.
But that, Airborne had nothing to do with Chuck Norris.
We're just naming bad 90s movies.
That's true.
Well, he was in a bad 90s.
He was in a lot of bad 90s movies and 2000s movies, because I think he was in the first Expendables.
No, he was in the third.
Okay.
I think.
Well,
and for a cameo, too, he wasn't even in the
I was going to say, I don't think he was in it. I remember, that's the one I went and saw in the theaters, was the third one. Because that's the one where they pick up Wesley Snipes out of prison.
They do, yes.
And they ask him, Jet Li, I think, asked him in the movie, in kayfabe, what'd you go to prison for? And Wesley Snipes breaks the fourth wall and deadpans into the camera, "Tax evasion."
Yeah.
And I stood up in the theater and started clapping, and everybody in the theater looked at me like I was a fucking idiot. That was the greatest line in movie cinema history. That was great. But yeah, Chuck, Bruce Lee. I mean, when did Enter the Dragon came out in 78?
Probably. It might have been was it a 70s movie?
If it isn't,
might have been.
I'm way off.
Well, he started. So The Way of the Dragon is apparently the movie he was in with Bruce Lee, and it was 1972.
I thought he was in Enter the Dragon.
No, Enter the Dragon's the one with the mirrors and the guy with the claw arm, the claw hand.
You're right. He
gives him the little scratch across his chest.
I really thought he was in Enter the Dragon.
Sadly, he's not. Jackie Chan is in Enter the Dragon as one of the people who tries to attack Bruce Lee, but then ends up getting kicked in the face.
Yeah,
but
he was part of his like stunt crew or choreography crew or student or something like that.
Yeah, he very much looked up to Bruce Lee at the time, for sure.
Yes,
But yes.
all the fucking 80s karate guys they're all gone.
I mean, look, there's going to be a point when Schwarzenegger's gone, and Stallone is gone, and Van Damme is gone, and we're not going to have
Van
all
Damme's
of our
been gone
80
for a long time. I mean, like mentally.
I mean, well, I was gonna say, yeah, but like we all of our 80s and 90s action stars at some point, of course, will no one's gonna remember them. Makes me sad.
Speaking of which, Mr. Strickland just passed the other day as we record this.
Yeah.
From Back to the Future. I know he's got an actual name, but I can't think of anything. He's either Mr. Strickland or he's the Admiral from Top Gun.
Oh, that's right. That's right. His name was let's see, James Tolkan.
Tolkien.
Yeah, just like Tolkan. So Tolkien maybe. So James Tolkien, James R.R. Tolkien. I don't know that it's not R.R. James Tolkien, who played Mr. Strickland. Yes, passed away recently. I don't know him in too many movies outside of Back to the Future films.
He's at Top Gun.
Oh, and Top Gun. That's true. Yes, and Top Gun. He apparently was in War Games, but I haven't seen War Games in a second. So it's been a long time since I've seen War Games.
He wears a suit.
Probably.
So he's not like a military guy. I guess he's like FBI or something like that. But yeah, he wears a suit. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I'm looking at his IMDb, and yeah, those would probably be the two big movies I would know from him. But yeah, these.
Well, they always come in three. Francis, that's what they say.
Yes.
And Nicholas Brandon.
Yeah,
the guy that played Xander on the Buffy series. He also died recently, and I don't know what of or what I don't do research like that, but I know he had. Can we say it? Troubled past.
I mean, sure. Weirdly enough, though, not weirdly enough, but like I guess good for him. He did die in his sleep. Yeah, and he had a heart thing. So.
He was kind of notorious there for a little while in the Comic-Con circus.
He was
for giving out his room number, hitting on people during his panels.
Wasn't he like a big drug user too?
Yeah. He
like
this is all fucking rumor because it's coming from me, so I don't know shit about anything. But I heard a story that he's got a twin brother or a brother of similar age, and they look very much alike. And Nicholas was using his brother's ID to get prescription drugs and using them, I guess.
He does have a twin brother.
Okay, well there you go. See, so that's something that I heard.
Yeah.
The stories of room numbers and hitting on people, that's out there. That's not something you have to. That's fact. But it's sad anytime anybody kind of loses their shit due to celebrity.
Yeah, I mean, celebrity is delicate, man. Like when you have that kind of praise and that kind of yes manning to you, it's tough to keep a level head because, man, and when everyone's telling you how great you are and when everyone's telling you can do whatever you want, you start to believe it, and you start to believe you can get away with it, and then bad stuff happens. I mean, and unfortunately, he didn't have the same control.
Even in, not even trying to compare things or anything like that, but no, not gonna make that comparison. Never mind. Going on.
Oh yeah, and look,
I was gonna say something like taking advantage of the empty seats and tables at WonderCon, trying to somehow equate it somehow, but
not really. Yeah. Not very equitable.
It didn't. That's why I stopped talking. But I feel like I still got to come clean with it because.
Sure, no problem. But despite all that, he was remembered. He did do a few TV shows afterwards. But, his career was essentially over as a result of his actions. And I think it was well deserved that he didn't have one. But he will still be remembered as Xander. especially with the almost recent reboot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know,
Yeah, I mean, for the last article I saw about it, they were in talks with the Scooby crew, but nothing had been confirmed.
right. I'm just saying, like, it's all it all comes very close together to other stuff that's very Buffy related. Yeah. And, given a cast that big, with that size, it's, and only one cast member is kind of the black sheep. That's not too bad.
Yeah,
that's not too
true.
bad.
That's true. But yeah, it's kind of going back to what you're saying about, people falling off, yeah, we're hitting that age where I remember, growing up and certain celebrities passing and his, parents were like, oh, you hit me in the feels. We didn't say that in the 80s, but you know what I'm saying? And it's like, now it's like, oh shit. Now I kind of feel that too. I didn't know these people at all. I have no kind of actual connection to them whatsoever, but somehow, they're not being around has an effect.
It does. I mean, I'm only one celebrity ever had that impact on me. Everyone else I don't really have any feeling for when they pass, like, whatever. And it was Robin Williams. When Robin Williams passed, I was very emotional about it. But I think it's because he had that whole depression thing and had this other stuff that kind of made it really, not relatable, but be like, it humanized it a lot more.
It was it's totally relatable and humanized. Yeah, completely.
Yeah. So that one was a big one for me. That's the only one I ever had shed a tear for. But every other celebrity that's passed, I feel like if it was like, I can't remember, Doc Brown, for instance. Since I can't remember the actor name for some reason.
That's fine.
Yeah, but if Doc Brown died, I feel like I'd feel bad. I feel like I'd feel it when you had, because he's at that age, well, But it's like, man, I watched Back to the Future so often that I like,
And you live next to the Single Pine Mall, whatever.
Yeah,
Pine Mall, near it. But you know what I'm saying. Everything in California is relative to Disneyland.
It is.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. You can be people pass every day, celebrities pass every day. Robin Williams was the only one of this podcast era that that we are in, you and I.
Yeah.
Robin Williams was the only one where we got on, the digital phone, if you will, and got all of our buddies, all of our online friends, to get together and talk about Robin Williams.
We did. Yeah, that's true.
We spent like 2.5 hours reminiscing about Robin Williams. And we don't do that. We don't do that for anybody else.
I'm trying to think if there's another actor who would actually be that prolific. I can't think of anyone, in all honesty. Like, where we would spend the time to gather everyone together and be like, let's reminisce about this guy's career and what he meant to people. So,
yeah, it definitely very relatable person. Very relatable. Yeah. The Yang Can Cook guy, once he goes away, I'll be sad.
Oh, I'm going to be sad too. Oh, wait.
Yang Can Cook is awesome.
The fact that you know who Yang Can Cook is warms my heart. As a person who watched a lot of public television back in the day.
You may know this about me, but everybody else may not. I love cooking shows. I don't give a shit about cooking competitions, but I love a cooking show. And if you can disassemble a chicken in 12 seconds flat and not cut your hand while you're doing it, you've got me entertained.
Yeah. Hey, look, if Yan can cook, so can you. That was his catchphrase.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, but, I love all the... Here's the thing. I love cooking shows. I hate cooking competitions, unless it was the original Iron Chef.
Oh, yeah.
And that had more to do with the shitty voiceovers than it did the actual competition.
I know a lot of people mourned Bob Ross, for instance, or Mr. Rogers and things like that.
I have not gone back and watched Mr. Rogers, but I can sit and watch the shit out of some Bob Ross. Every Bob Ross is the exact same episode from the very first one. He just has more personality in the later episodes, but it's consistent and it is relaxing.
It is.
I know more about Peapod the pocket fucking chipmunk or whatever, the squirrel, than I know about my own damn cat.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I am with you. I get you.
But yeah, that's the show. I got nothing else. I got one other thing, I guess.
Okay.
Pick any superpower you want,
Oh, jeez.
but I get to pick the side effects.
Oh, that's a funny one. Is that really on your list of topics?
Yeah, just like some bullshit to talk about. Yeah, but we did all that already. But we can do
I
it.
feel like we didn't hit everything, but I guess we did.
Yeah, we hit. There's a mark next to every topic on the 2 pages of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm looking at the list I put out, and we pretty much did. I mentioned movie trailers, but only because a bunch of movie trailers came out today. And the only thing I was going to say was a bunch of movie trailers came out today.
Well, awesome.
I'll just mention because just mentioning the names, but for a movie for Supergirl, so they give the actual one, so you get to see Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Okay, that might be worth it as well, especially that. And can I get a little bit more than "Where's my dog? I'm drunk."
You'll hate this. Then you'll hate to hear this because the whole premise of the movie is about saving the dog.
Oh.
The dog. So in the trailer, it shows that the dog gets hit with like a poison, and the premise of the movie is Supergirl trying to save the dog because he's the only real family outside of Superman that she has. So that's the movie. But
okay, yeah, we've jumped the shark on superhero movies.
It's I don't know if it's gonna be good, but Lobo's in it and he looks good. Jason Momoa looks very good as Lobo. And he has the personality too. And lastly, and only because this is a movie I'm incredibly looking forward to because I watched all of the web series of a thing called The Backrooms by Kane Parsons. And The Backrooms is this concept that you can no-clip through the world, through our world. In other words, you just slide through a floor or through a wall and enter into this endless maze of backrooms where a singular monster exists. And each room is a reflection of the real world, but more decayed and different and weird. And it looks very good. I'm super excited. It's the one movie this year. It's so sad because so many big movies are coming out this year. It's the one movie this year. I'm so excited.
Are there big movies coming out this year?
Mario movies coming out.
Okay, again, are there any good movies coming out this year?
Big. I didn't say good. I said big.
Again, just because just because Jack Black is running around screaming at the top of his lungs on every channel that he's in Super Mario Galaxy does not make me want to see it.
I understand that, but I mean,
he was in Japan at the F1 race this weekend. He asked the stupidest question in the world: how fast do these cars go? Dumbass, there's an on-screen speedometer in kilometers and miles per hour.
Dune is coming out this year. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. Avengers Doomsday is coming out. I mean, technically, these are all the big movies that are coming out this year. So, anyway, so there you go. That's all. And so, yes, if I were to pick a superpower, I would pick the ability to. Oh God, wait, do you have one? Even though you can't pick I will pick your negative if you have one.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for you.
I don't know. I want what's yours? Tell me yours. You spring this on me. You have time to think. You're springing this on me.
But anytime anybody asks me about a superpower, it's the same thing every time: telekinesis.
Oh, really? Oh, I love telekinesis though. That's a good power. Now, wait a minute. So here's my only issue with telekinesis. Do you have a weight limit? Like, can you lift a building with your telekinesis? Or can you only lift things that you can lift?
I mean, not at first. I mean, Luke was only able to lift a rock in R2 at first. Okay, but then but then Starkiller Star Killer could take a whole fucking Star Destroyer out of the sky. So,
Star Killer did prevent a star, or did stopped it from crushing him, wasn't it? Or
I don't.
He brought it down to the planet. Anyway,
the game was supposed to be canon, but I don't know if it actually was.
It's okay. It is canon.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I mean, not at first. A rocket first. R2 maybe Yoda.
Okay, so your negative thing that happens from being able to do telekinesis is your regular muscles atrophy, so you get physically weaker the more you use your telekinetic powers.
Oh, okay.
That's actually pretty tame, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Especially tame to what I had planned.
Well, I haven't given you one yet, so let me see here. And once I hear your thing, then maybe I'll change what your penis falls off or something. No. That's torture. Okay,
Yeah,
I guess mine would then be, you say telekinesis. I guess I would pick the ability to, you know what? Just I'll take flight. I like traveling and I like to get places. I would fly.
Okay.
Because then I can just get there and be just fine.
Well, your side effect to flying would be you'd have Tourette's.
Oh, that's fine. As long as I'm not at the Oscars or something, I'm perfectly fine with this.
That's called a callback.
Wait, which one do I have? Do I have the twitchy one or do I have the vocal one? Which one do I have?
I mean, I think vocal Tourette's is a lot more fun than physical tics.
Yeah.
But there's a comedian, I think he's Romanian. He might be Armenian. I don't know. But
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But it was some podcast or something, a video podcast. And this guy who has Tourette's, he's a comedian from what I understand, but he developed a new tic from the last time the host had seen him. And the new tic was he keeps crossing himself. And
that's fun.
But then, so the clip has been around for a few months now, but he crosses himself and then kisses the microphone. The kiss the microphone was already a tic that he already had. But the crossing himself and the facial expression that he has with it apparently was too much for his co-host to handle, and he actually got up from the table and had to walk away.
I mean, it's a lot.
But yeah, I would want you to have vocal Tourette's because that would entertain me.
Okay. And I would like you to have, every time you use your power, just the loudest farts come from, so they know who's doing it.
Oh.
So anything that floats, they know it's the fart boy over here.
Well, as the thing lifts, there's gas escaping from my ass.
Exactly. And it's loud. It's always loud. It's never the quiet ones. It doesn't have to smell. It just has to make a noise. Yeah.
Farts are fun, Francis. Farts are shit without the mess.
Just to go back to WonderCon, people forgot to shower at WonderCon.
Oh, that is.
When we went.
Go ahead.
When we went, I don't remember smelling that many people at WonderCon. When we went, I don't remember smelling, and we were again surrounded by people, elbowing people. We were like shoulder to shoulder, and I was like in the open air, like the really wide aisle, and I'm walking, and just somebody walked to my right. I couldn't see who they were, and their scent just wafted over me like a blanket, and I was like, oh my god.
Well, I also think, that's a bold statement to make. But we went in 23, so there was people were still being cleanly.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. It was really bad. It happened 4 times.
Was it 4 separate times, or was it the same person, you think?
I don't know, because they kind of smell different.
Yeah, was it the same flavor every time?
But it was the worst part. It was thick. It was like a thick smell. Like it was like a cloud.
Yeah. I don't get it myself.
No, I
don't go to cons all the time anymore, but I work in a public place.
Sure.
Ding ding, public. And there's all types of people there, and every once in a while, someone will walk past, and it's just like, did you wipe your ass in the last 6 months?
I don't know how people live like that.
How do you? I'm pretty self-conscious about my own stench, and if I wear a lot of thermal shirts to keep my ass warm, and if I start smelling myself, I want to keep my arms down and my hands in my pockets so my arms don't go up, so I don't have to smell myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to dog on fucking cleanliness of somebody, but yeah, you're gonna be out in public, man. Wash your ass.
Yeah.
They make full body deodorant. Try it.
Just duck into like a stream or just splash some water.
Well, I was gonna say
direction.
you do it at WonderCon, but they took the water, the fountain away, probably for the same reason.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of asses again at WonderCon.
I mean,
so many asses.
It's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it is.
No, this is not a complaint. This is not a complaint.
Okay, good.
It was a lot of the unitard costumes this year. I was like, yeah, there you go.
Like we mentioned before, WonderCon is great for if you want to go for cosplay. That's the con. I mean, I can't speak for LA Comic-Con. I can't speak for fucking Fright Nights at Disney or whatever the fuck. Like, I can't speak on any of that. But for cons that I've been to, WonderCon is the cosplay convention, hands down.
I agree.
San Diego, yes, but no at the same time.
Yeah, because I was going to say, on attendance, I would say half the attendance of WonderCon are cosplayers, while at San Diego, I'd say about like a quarter, if that, are cosplayers.
Yeah.
Most people just wear their nerd shirts and stuff because it's hot. It's in the summer. It's hot, and you're outside a lot, so you're not going to cosplay as much, I don't think. But yeah,
and the ones that do, they don't go into the con really. They hang out in the photo area.
Yeah. Or all the little exhibits that they have around the city.
Yeah.
They usually take photos.
But that I think that's going to do it for this week.
Hey, I like this. You do the weird questions at the end. I like that.
Well, I had an extra week to think about shit, and sometimes you're just walking around and you go, oh, I have an idea, and you write it down. Well, you don't write it down, but you jot it down in your notes on your phone, and then you hope you open your phone notes before you start the show.
And remind me a day before, maybe, and I'll do the trivia things. I can challenge you on your inane trivia knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to remember. I forgot.
That's okay. We'll remember for next time. Francis, where can people find you on the internets if they would like to do so?
Well, we have link trees, the both of us, linktree.com/aka the other guy for all things me, aka like the books, all the award-winning books, all the award-winning characters, all that good stuff. You can find it there. There's links to buying them. Please do. That'll support me as I don't make any money doing this show. I did this Josh though, so it's not like we're making money.
I pay you in friendship.
Yeah, exactly. And I did just as I don't normally pimp this out, but I did a tabletop role-playing game test yesterday on Super Geeked Up with Jeff and Matt and Lauren, who are two authors who created their own TTRPG, and I played Michael Crichton, the author, who was flirting with everyone and was just like pretentious and great. So if you want to see a cool role-playing, fun little couple-hour role-playing game, one shot, go check it out at supergeekedup.com.
Yes. Always a good time over there at Super Geeked Up. And that was linktree.com/aka the other guy. And then you can find all the stuff that's me or Points of Interest at linktree.com/the303ninja for all things POI and me. Coming up, what month is it? It's going to be April by the time this comes out. So we're a month away from Fan Expo Denver. Your boy has press credentials once again. Am I going to be doing am I doing moderation this year? I don't know yet. That's yet to be heard, but I kind of hope I don't because I want to see the show. Well, we will be back hopefully next week. The song's running out, so I'm going to finish up. Text us. Don't call. Text us 314-764-7631. We'll be back next week. Will be more fun next time. Bye.